Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Oracle DB online training. So today's agenda is data guard broker configuration and its uses. So basically today we'll be looking at DGMGRL. But before we begin, I will be requesting you to subscribe my YouTube channel Oracle DB online training so that you can keep on getting all the updates. So in our previous tutorial, we have learned how to uninstall the Oracle 19 C database on Windows and how to install. And there are various different topics that we have covered so far. And you can also look at how to create a physical standby, how to install RAG database. So you can subscribe my channel and keep on getting all these database stuffs. And so let's begin our today's topic. So basically today we'll be looking at how to configure a data guard broker and what are its uses and how we can like perform switchover switchback using the DGMGRL utility. Okay, so let's begin. First we'll understand what is data guard broker and what are its benefits. So basically a data guard broker is a distributed management framework that automates and centralizes the creation, maintenance and monitoring for data guard broker configuration. The following is the list of operation that we can perform through the brokers. So basically we can manage the protection mode for the broker configurations. Also, we can perform switchover or failover with a single commands. Okay, and later, we can also perform creating a data guard configuration that will include a primary database or new or the existing database. So all these things you can do using the data guard broker, and also you can you can manage your entire standby database using a single utility DGMGRL. You don't have to manually use the SQLPLUS statement on production as well as on standby database. So these headaches can be removed, and broker keeps the configuration detail in flat files. Okay, so we'll look all these details in as we proceed. Okay, so next. So our current parameter details is like this one. So basically we have already started our VirtualBox machines. One is the production, one is the standby database, and it is up and running. So this is my primary database, and its instance name is primary, and the second one is this one is my DR, and DB name is prim only, and instance name is DR. You can see the details also from ps-e grep pmon. Okay, this is my DR database, which is running on 191 server, and this is my primary database, which is running on 190 server. Okay, so basically my both the instances is up and running, and it is currently primary database is read write mode, and this one is read only. Okay, so we will be configuring the data guard broker on this setup, and what are the commands required, we'll look at those details further. Okay, so how we can create the data guard broker configuration. So it includes certain steps that we can just to go through. First we need to modify this dg broker config file. These are the two parameters that we need to change on both production as well as a standby. Okay, so we'll modify this one, and then we'll later enable the broker on both primary and standby, and we'll cross verify whether all the TNS entries are properly defined or not, so that your switchover and data guard configuration will be properly done. Okay, next one will log into the DGMGRL utility, and will connect to the database, both primary as well as standby databases. But before that, our TNS entry should be properly done. So we'll verify those details also, and then we have to actually do the configuration of data guard broker for primary database along as well as standby database. And then later we can cross check all this configuration and enable the configuration. So these are the some steps that get involved for the data guard broker configuration. Okay, so now we'll look at the actual commands. So starting with the first we have to cross check all the database details that we have already done. This is our primary database, this one is our standby database. Okay, next what we have to do is we have to modify this parameters dg broker config file. Okay, so first we'll cross check what are these parameters. So parameter dg underscore broker. So currently this is not set and this parameter is false. Okay, so similarly we'll verify on standby also. So this is the same scenario. So we'll update these parameters. So using alter system set dg this one dg broker config underscore file 1, and then we have to provide the location for these dat files, so where the your configuration information will be kept. Okay, so since we are our database is single instance database, we don't not require to provide the SID, otherwise we have to give the SID also. Let me just go to my notepad. From there we can copy it easily, and this is my first command that we need to run on the primary database. Okay, so we'll do one thing, just copy this parameter and I modified on the primary sides. Similarly we have to modify for the other parameter also. There are basically two parameters that gets involved in this. So one is dg broker config file 1, another one is dg broker config file 2. Okay, these two files we have to modify. Again, we can cross verify using this command. Remember, if you are using a RAG database, then you have to provide SID also. So at the end, like you have to just copy all these parameters, and then at the end you have to provide SID star, so it will reflect on all your RAG database instances. Okay, next we have to do the same commands on the standby. We'll keep the naming convention different, like standby and primaries. So again, I will go to my notepad++. From here I will copy these commands. Okay, so this sorry, I just done copy on same machine, so I will remodify these parameters. We'll cross verify. So this is primer. Okay, yeah. We need to change these on the production. This is my production, so I will be just cross verifying this parameter again. This is dg broker config file 1, file 2. This is primary related file, and similarly we have to run on the standby also. Just copy this file and paste it out. Let's re-verify. So these changes are done on the standby also and primary also. Okay, once again you can fire this command. So parameter dg underscore broker, so it has all the information related to your data guard broker. Okay, this is done. Next step is step number 2, that is we need to run this command alter system set dg broker start equal to true, which is initially false. So we'll enable this parameter on both primary as well as standby. So this is done on the primary, and this is again done on standby. You can cross verify using this command on both primary and standby. So this is also done. Our next step will be cross verifying the TNS entries on both the primary and standby. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll go to $oracle underscore home slash network slash admin slash TNS names.ora. So this is my entry for my primary database, and this is an entry for my standby database. We can just use this TNS ping command, okay, to cross check whether the ping is happening between the primary and standby or not. Similarly, you can cross verify these entries on the standby also. So I will go to the system, and from here also I need to cross verify TNS ping to the primary database. Okay, so TNS ping to primary. This is also happening, but it is little fluctuating. Since we are on VirtualBox, it is not mandatory that it should be in the real-time sync. Okay, so this is also done, step number 3, and as per our documentation, step 2 is done, step 3 is done. Now we'll go to the step 4, that is logging to the DGMGRL from the primary side. Okay, so this is my primary database. I will be coming out of the SQL prompt. Now I will go to the DGMGRL. So DGMGRL, this is the command. Okay, so once you fire this, you can type the help command. So it will list out all the help related to your database. Also, you can using the connect sys/sys. Okay, so you have connected to your primary database instance since your SID was already defined in your command prompt. So from there, it is connected to the primary database instance. Okay, or else you can also do like connect sys as sysdba, sorry, sys@prim. So again, this will connect to the your primary database. Also, you can do same thing by specifying standby service name. Okay, so again I will come back to our original primary database. Okay, so what it is saying, log into DGMGRL from the primary side, which is done. Now we'll cross check this configuration since we are looking for configuration details, so we need to check configuration. So currently this is not configured. Okay, so no configuration, it does not exist. That means there is no configuration as of now. Our next step will be configuring the data guard broker for primary database. So our DB unique name is already, we have cross-checked, it is prim. Okay, so using this command called create configuration prod, you can give the name anything as primary database is prim. So this is your unique name for primary database. Connect identifier is prim. So this is my TNS alliance. So this will connect to the primary database and create a configuration. So using this DB unique name prim. So I will fire this command. So here you can see configuration prod created with primary database using the unique name prim. Okay, this is done. So next step will be step number 6. So as per our document, we have completed step number 5. Next is step number 6, that is configuring the data guard broker for the standby. So here we have to verify the DB unique name, which we have already done. So I will just go to command itself. This is my unique name for a DR. So using this command alter database DR as connect identifier is stby. So remember, this is very important command, but before this, you need to just verify this thing in under your database. Go to the, just pass this command show parameter dest underscore to show parameter underscore to. So your dest should not be having any entries, like in our case we don't have any entry. So log archive dest is, it should be null, otherwise it will throw you some errors. Okay, this is the logic. So we'll again go back to our DGMGRL. So I will log into the primary instance. Sorry, connect, you need to provide entire syntax, otherwise it will throw the error. So we are again connected to the standby. Next step was to add database DR as a connect identifier using the, this is our network alias, TNS alias. Okay, and this one is your DB unique name. So this is my DR DB unique name. So DR is also added. Now we have to check show configuration. So as you can see, your primary database is prim and your physical standby database DR. Okay, so we have cross-check all this configuration. Now we can also verify this. We need to run this command on the. So there is one process called daemon. Basically, this is related to your data graph broker. So daemon process will be initiated after you have enabled those parameters. Okay, it will be active on both primary as well as the standby. Cross verify on your DR also. So this is a daemon on DR is also active. Okay. Next step is to enable the configuration. So we have done the configuration. Now we have to enable it. So again, we need to connect to database. So enable configuration. This command will fire. So with this command, it will enable the configuration. So in the background, you can cross check your alert logs also. So what it has done, it has basically modified these parameters. Like it has set this log archive destination using this service name, asynchronous, no affirm, delay equal to 0, compression equal to disable, max failure, reopen 300 db unique DR. So it has basically configured your standby database from DGMGRL. By enabling these parameters, you have done this change on the production, as well as it has enabled your destination too. Okay, and the same thing on the standby also, it has modified certain parameters, like it has added these entries. Next, we need to cross check again by running this command, so configuration. So with this, you can verify whether your configuration is enabled or not. So we are seeing the value as success. That means your configuration is enabled. This is one thing that we have covered so far. So we have covered this one. We have enabled the configuration. Now we'll try to perform switchover and switchback using the DGMGRL configuration. Okay, so this is my production. We have logged into production instance by connecting through the sys user, and this is my configuration details which we have checked. So this is my primary database prim, and this is my physical standby DR. Okay, so these are the alert logs. What I will do, I will just run this command called switch over to DR. So let's see whether switchover is happening or not. So it is connected to DR, connect as a sysdpa, and now we'll verify the alert logs. So now it has fired certain commands in the backgrounds, like physical standby verification, whether this is a physical standby or not. Alter database commit to switch over to primary. This is the command that is fired on the standby sides. And there are some session shutdown is also happened, and it has added certain redo log, standby redo logs also. And it has set the archive log destination also, log archive des to which is pointing to your primary database, original primary database. Okay, these are the changes that is happened on the standby. Now we'll cross check on the production also. So basically it has it has bring down your database, but before that it has fired some commands like alter database commit to switch over to standby, convert to primary database to switch over target as a DR. So switch over completed, and this message has been printed so far, and we'll go back to our original. So DGMGRL. So from here we have run this command switch over to DR. So switch over is successfully completed. Okay, this is very simple task. We don't have to run any command on any database. So what I will do, I will just reconnect to my previous standby database, and we'll try to look the database status. So this was my DR, original DR, and as I can see, it is retry mode. Okay. Similarly, I will go to my original production and I will run this command db. So it has the information like it was my primary database previously. Now it is switched over to standby database. So and it is currently read only with apply. That means that apply is also happening. So what I will do, I will fire certain commands like alter system switch log files. Okay. So these two archives are generated, and now this is also applied on the standby. So using this MRP, we can verify this whether the LNS is writing. Okay, again using the MRP command, we can verify whether MRP is applying. So it is applying all the changes. Okay, you can also verify the gaps. I have a ready-made script called gap, so it was on the production. Okay. I will do one thing. I'll just copy this script from my gap.sql to my suite.0.1 home / Oracle. So this file is now copied to this one. So I will just cross check the gap. So there is no gap currently. Okay. So this is a current archive which is in the progress. Nothing to worry about that. So this is how we can, like we have covered how to configure a DGMGRL and a data guard broker, and how to perform the certain operations through the DGMGRL. So a data guard broker configuration is very simple and very easy. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and once again thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you have understood all these concepts, and if you have any doubts, if you have any question regarding this tutorial, you can comment me on the comment box. I will definitely try to help you out. If you are interested about this document, you can ping me your email ID, or you can just cross verify the description. There is all the details are mentioned, and I will definitely try to help you out. Okay guys, so I will stop this topic today here. We'll meet in the next video, but before going further, I will be requesting you to subscribe on my channel, and thank you guys. Have a good day. Bye bye.